weekend.
Mm-hmm. That sounds
And
good.
I'll be watching the pet fleet over here.
Mm-hmm.
These two.
Well, that's just one there.
The Nina was in here,
She went back that way.
She got questions. She's hiding.
but Charles B asked the question because his group is getting a little bit too big for his meeting area.
Right.
He asked, "What do you do when you outgrow your meeting area? How do you deal with it?" So my simple response was parks, put up a carport tent, partner with local businesses that sometimes offer nonprofits meeting space, multi-room, and use a couple laptops and TVs to make a virtual combined meeting area. I know JR mentioned Facebook Live, which we've used that.
Yes.
We've used Discord,
Mm-hmm.
and
There's nothing out there we haven't used yet, I think.
we've used StreamYard, and what's the other one that I really don't like to use, but if it's a big group, it's the one. No, Zoom. Yeah, use Zoom too. So,
Well, okay. What about the one that we had? You, me, and 3 possible recruits that we had a meeting with on the voice app for Star Trek Online. We do anything.
yeah. Y'all that's the other thing. If you have a computer that's able to play Star Trek Online, they've built in some pretty awesome little meeting areas that you can set up a starbase and everybody go into the starbase and do a virtual meeting there too. So there are options, but one of the big things that I wanted to express was the partnering aspect of this. I'm not talking about just going up, hey, do you have a meeting area you can use? Because sometimes they'll let you use it and they'll charge you full price for it. What I'm talking about is there are businesses in this area that love to give back to the community. And because of that, when they see other groups also giving back, they give special discounts to these people.
Mm-hmm.
And helps.
Now, there was one other place, the 7-Day Adventist Florida Conference offices in Apopka actually have a community room.
Right.
That I think that there's only like 2 groups that they don't allow them.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else, if you contact them and you schedule it ahead, a lot of times you can get that room for free.
I think they said a minimum of 3 weeks.
Yeah. But I know that one because I used to be an appointed volunteer for the conference. So I learned some stuff by being that I can give that knowledge here to go, hey, check out your local churches. Who knows? If you're a member of a church, check with your church because they are looking for ways to recruit, and sometimes helping other groups allows them to bring people in too. So it's one of those things of they use it as a recruiting venture.
Kind of you scratch our backs, we'll scratch yours.
Yeah. And
they've run
volunteer for their helping with their food kitchens.
Volunteer with soup kitchens. Volunteer with clothing shelters that help held by churches. By doing this, the churches will see you as a force doing what they're doing, and when you need help, they will reach out and help you. Poor Jeffrey looks like he is exhausted. Has this been one?
I just went through a 2-hour read through for a meeting tomorrow. So,
oh Jesus, buddy.
EC? Is it an EC meeting or is it a?
No, it has nothing to do with Starfleet. It has everything to do with my job.
Oh.
But I don't get paid for it. I don't get paid for it.
Wait, what?
I don't get paid for it.
It's one of those voluntolds.
Wait,
Oh yeah.
I'm confused because according to law, if you're doing work, you're supposed to be paid.
Not if you
Planned
volunteer.
meetings are.
No, I'm volunteering for the union. Union work.
Never mind.
Those
I
union
belong.
volunteers.
I belong to
That's-
the SEIU union out of everywhere.
Right.
I recently was elected to be on the bargaining team for this year's contract negotiations with the state of Illinois. So, trying to be more involved at the same time. Getting ready to retire down the road. I just started Medicaid this month, so.
You were looking at that 2-hour thing going, it's soon going to be retirement.
Yeah. Yeah.
A good friend is a member in my my old home territory, Illinois.
Where are you in Illinois?
He's not. He's in Tampa.
I used to be in the Quad Cities.
Oh, okay. I'm up in Rockford.
Oh, joy.
Well,
Thank God I moved to Tampa, Florida, because I got sick and tired of freezing to death.
Yeah.
No, you moved to Tampa, Florida because it doesn't get that cold there.
No,
that's what he just said. Thank
Yeah.
God I moved to
No,
Florida.
he just
The
feels
rest of
wet
Florida,
all the time.
though.
hey, as long as I don't have to see the white stuff falling, I'm okay.
Oh, you doomed us.
If it snows tonight, JR, you know whose place we're showing up at with billy clubs.
Yeah.
Not mine.
Although, let it snow tonight. Let it snow tonight. We're going to be outside tomorrow.
Good point.
But like I said, you never know a little bit of volunteering what comes of it. And
Right.
if we had to pay for a booth every time we did for a 10 by 10 booth, it's $60 to $110 to set up a recruiting booth.
Mm-hmm.
By doing these volunteer things where I get up and go and help direct people at 7:00 in the morning, it's like once a month lately.
Somewhere, yeah.
It gives us the ability to set up a booth and do recruiting for zero.
Plus, we become known to the local businesses, and the businesses become known to us. We know where somebody needs something. Hey, go see them.
Yeah.
And
So it works out. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't have my communications officer, who is also a lady with a business that does printing. I would not have her if it wasn't for needing something printed, and I helped her out. She helped me out, and the next thing you know, she joined the check. She joined SFI.
And SFI wouldn't have had access to those nice vinyl patches.
Yes.
And I know we've shown them.
That was Jorge. His company.
He also made the Iron-On Starfleet logos. So with Mike's wife's amazing sewing, we made $100 tablecloth for total materials and all was $35-$40.
Yeah, give or take.
So when you consider what going around and talking to your local people, come on, you bring business to them and they are definitely going to help you out. So what happened was we made hats and shirts. Nope, not wearing it today. We made hats, shirts, little logos for laptops for our vehicles from these people, and they give us great discounts. And then on top of that, we're able to
people see it. Hey, where'd you get that? Oh, here or here, depending on what it is.
As a matter of fact, the group Sci-Fi Bartow, who does the monthly cons now, I'm calling them monthly because it's 7 of them now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you didn't know about the other 3. Okay, I won't tell
Leave me alone. It's 7 or 8 of them. I don't know.
It's
Every
nice
time I
being
turn
in
around,
charge.
Lori makes another one. I showed her our tablecloths, and she was like, I told her one price for just the iron-on, and it was way higher than we actually pay for it. I didn't realize what it actually cost, and she was willing to pay that price, and she asked, can you give me that information? She wanted it right then, just from the price that I told her.
Where they have done so much for us, I made a command decision. I just went down and paid for it myself. Between my discount and what I got a decent price for it, and they're going to end up with 3 tablecloths.
Did you actually finish the tablecloths?
Yes.
Okay, so you're giving them to them
They're on the tote. They're getting them tomorrow.
Okay.
So when you hear Lori scream, you know why.
You should go grab it and show the picture.
Well, since you asked me a nice one.
So we're going to show you what we put together as a chapter. Here's the other thing. Technically, it's a way to start a small business that can fund local stuff just by finding out what your local people can do. His wife is amazing at sewing these tablecloths. She can produce them locally split. So when you look at, technically you could sell them for a little bit under what the average is and fund a person's hobby and also do donations. Okay, I'm pulling up the camera. Camera's on share. Add the stream. Here you go.
Nice.
And then I can do solo mode.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So that's the vinyl iron-on, and that's on a tablecloth.
They're getting 3 of them tomorrow.
So, wait, how do I get it back? My brain's not working right now. Okay. So, like I said, you never know what can help your group grow. Between the 3D printing,
3D printing's gone a long way.
And carpentry, sewing. So we do a little bit of everything in this chapter. We got a costume person. We got a person that sews for practical.
We got costumes, props, models, printing,
IT.
IT. We got 2 in IT. We've got way too much.
So it's one of those things of start not just looking at where can I meet, where can I partner with?
Yeah.
Because another place that not a lot of people think about is host a night at your local
Comic book shop.
comic book shop. They might charge $5 a person for the table, but you running the games, typically they won't charge you, and then you're doing a service for them. And then they might not charge you on the off hours if you have a meeting there. As a matter of fact, the comic book shop has asked us to come and play games up there.
3 times.
So this is just a place we go in, buy a couple things every once in a while, and talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
They ask us to do it. So there is an unlimited amount of things that can happen. And if worse comes to worse, 95% of all parks in the U.S. are first come, first serve. Schedule your
Right.
meeting at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock on a morning, and you can normally get the one of the pavilions and have your meeting there too. And trust me,
Unless it's being reserved.
right? And trust me, here's the big thing: do it at one of your state parks. Get up there early in the morning, have your meeting, and beat the medical walking, the step count for the month as a chapter. Go out and do a couple trails, take pictures, clean up the trails while you're at it. You know?
Yeah, we there's a guy on RV, an RV nomad who travels to all these places to stay in them. And one of the things he puts up at the end of his videos is a thing that implores people to take care of the trails and the the parking spots and stuff, because if we don't, we'll lose it. We don't need to lose those things. Those are
lose
important.
enough of them. We lose enough of them from corporate greed as
Right.
it is. I know that we used to, when I was doing Pathfinders a lot back in the day, we would,
Pathfinders, I remember.
We would go to a place called Doe Lake in Ocala, and they never changed the price. It was $150 a day to rent out a place that would hold 300 people. And it came with a meeting room and nice bathrooms and a piece of ground that you could put up 300 tents and be comfortable. Had a nice lake. It had access to the Ocala trails. So for $300 for the weekend, we could put 300 people there, and you're looking at $1 a person for 2 days. The problem is it would be rented out within 5 seconds of the 6-month time period to rent it the next time. But like
it's
I
usually
said,
what happens.
That particular area was used for a lot of weddings. How many weddings venues do you know will charge less than $300 for a weekend? There isn't any of them out there anymore. I think the lowest is $1,000 for 4 hours or something like that.
One thing most people don't realize: if you help out your local law enforcement, the local Leos, if you tell them, "Oh man, we need a place to meet for set up arrangements for like we're doing with you and whoever," they will usually show you where one is that's inexpensive. They'll help you find one.
Yeah.
Because since you help with them, they will do everything they can to help with you.
So it is one of those things that I said it. You never know. You go to a Special Olympics event, whatever. You don't know what CEO, COO of a company is in plain clothes coming out, helping out, and they're not dressed to the T's. They're dressed in the same outfit you are. And
some of them look a little rattier.
Yeah. They come out and they work and they talk and they become friends with you, and all of a sudden, I wasn't even monitoring. This is how tired I am right now, guys. Sorry, Crystal and Jeff. I didn't flip over to that. I am a little bit tired. This week has been bad.
No problem at all. I don't think we
never know.
I just wanted to get out there that we are broadcasting over my personal YouTube channel, Jeff Higdon, and under the name Off Duty in Technicolor. Being goofy.
Oh,
That would be
Then you meet someone like, in the course of volunteering,
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Extra camera.
if people pay attention.
And Sean can figure out how to do this again.
Oh, Sean can figure it out. He's just tired. This gentleman is the head of Special Olympics Florida. Now, he and I have been working together for 7 years. I never expected
Right.
to work with him that long. But he has
Mhm.
sent close to, I don't know, 700-800 pieces of information that was vital for us in my direction without ever batting an eye. When
So-
he gets it, he sends it directly to me. And once I said, "Why are you doing this?" And he said, "Because you help out so much."
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working with some of these people in different times where you're doing a project that costs, because sometimes doing our nonprofit thing, it does cost to do certain things to help out.
That's why they say nonprofit, not non-tax.
Yeah.
Because you get paid, you still have to pay your part.
Well, I've had CEOs, CFOs go, "Hey, what are you doing? You need help getting people there? Okay, I'll have a bus there." And all of a sudden, charter bus is sitting there, paid for completely, just to help out with something that had nothing to do with what we were volunteering for that day. So, like I said, partner with. Don't go out there to expect anything. Get to know these people, because you never know what connections you'll make. It's a big thing in nonprofit and
Almost, sorry.
volunteering, because one of the things that I learned is what goes around comes around.
Oh, yeah.
You never know when you're going to be the person needing the help.
That's right.
So,
And not only will it help your chapter, but most people don't realize it helps the club in general, because it makes us, it shows that we are capable of reaching out and going over above and beyond. And that's what we should be ready to do at any moment.
and if you have a chance to stop Neutral Zone Studios this weekend in Georgia, almost to Florida.
Almost.
It's a short walk.
Good spit, you'll fall that way. If you get a chance to go up to Neutral Zone Studios on Sunday, look for me. I'll be there.
But it's a chance for you to check out
The
a
bridge-
recreated set. From the pictures, you will never understand how large that place is. I thought the transporter room was a lot smaller. And when I walked in, I didn't get to see it with the lights on, because I only went when we were helping out with the deconstruction. Just walk in and went, holy, that's huge.
Mhm.
You could have a meeting in the transporter room and don't even touch the transporter.
That's true.
So I'm just amazed. I was amazed at the stuff, and I got to see something that you don't normally get to see, because I got to walk everywhere. I got to see behind the scenes of how the lighting was set up and
Mm-hmm.
all the extra things that they had to do, like the little pieces of plastic and boards, how they were just kind of clipped together. And it was amazing to be able to look at the set and go, huh, this isn't set up how I thought it was. So,
Nothing ever is.
like I said, that was a volunteer thing that we enjoyed doing, and
Benefited from.
yeah,
because we got to go there. We got to see everything. Definitely worth it.
And we will eventually have Vic and Ray on. We need to schedule time for D. Gregory to come on, which if you're in the Florida area, you might have and gone to a couple of
You went to Sci-Fi Bartow, you'll know D.
D and Lori kind of hung around all Sci-Fi Bartow. Lori's the Vice CS. No, she's the Vice CS's Chief of Staff. She's Ryan's Chief of Staff.
Oh, you mean Lauren White.
Lauren, sorry. Lauren White was
I thought you were talking about Lori Sadowski.
Was dressed as a
Ryan Slade Girl.
the Ryan Slade girl, and Dee was dressed as I don't know what that was.
The gal from
My brain.
The Gamesters of Triskelion.
Yeah,
Cannot remember her name.
and they were going around together doing picture ops all day long, and it was great. And so Dee said, give him a heads up. He had to have 4 hours beforehand to come on, but he was willing to do a meeting with us just because we worked with him at the place and got to know him. Him and his wife are amazing. So it was a lot of fun. We got to meet a lot of people and become friends just from volunteering to do something that was a lot of work.
It was a lot of work, but I would not trade a moment of that.
I got to see this guy knock down walls like he was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Well, I gotta go ahead and let you guys go. I gotta go and leave, so I'll catch you guys later.
Okay, talk to you later, Gene.
Later, JR.
But the one thing I wanted to mention was, like I said, that topic, a lot of people gave a lot of comments on it, and they talked about the big chapter that's got the not for profit. We're nonprofit. They're not for profit.
Yep.
Yeah. No, wait, no. Brain not work. No.
Oh well.
We've killed him.
Trying to keep
Who, me?
He's dead, Jim. No.
No, sorry I dropped off there. I was doing something. Everything froze up all at once.
You're good. We talked about the Heimdall. Who was that?
John.
You need.
Well, anybody heard from our favorite former commander, Starfleet?
Kinda.
I
just sent it on the big group so you can copy and paste it into John's. He is ready to start up again. We offered to host if he wanted it. We're just waiting to hear back for when he's able to do it. That's why we sent him a message tonight to see if he wanted to hop on. But he did make the announcement that he's got.
He's in several meetings at the moment.
Oh, is that what it was?
He's got the graphics rehashed.
So
now he's just trying to assemble a crew, and he's already said he knows we have his back.
So yes, After Dark will be coming back soon. As soon as we find out when, I will post here, and I'm sure he'll post on the Commander Starfleet. Because, as I said all along, just wanted to keep it going. Part of the reason why we created the Camp Broadcasting was we didn't want the idea to die.
No.
So it was a way to sponsor it because it needed a broadcasting group to back it up. And we thought that there was one, and let's just say it's no longer available. I'm going to say it that way to keep everything anonymous.
Yeah. It's
Um,
hard.
They know who they are.
Yeah.
We don't need to give them any undue.
Let's not advertise.
No.
Advertise
I don't
would be
want
a good way. Yeah.
the group fell through, so we made our own.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad you're here.
John.
He's headed to bed.
Oh, okay.
He's still not fully past that infection.
Hey.
Whoa.
And they did the damn surgery too.
Oh, really?
Jesus.
Finally?
4 tries.
This guy's got a sinus infection that's been crazy.
Oh my.
He did the whole upper sinus membrane surgically dried out, and they just finally arranged the time to do it.
Yeah, that should do that.
4 mega bouts of antibiotics, and they're finally saying, "Oh, maybe we can do this."
Oh my! Now, who is this about? Just remind me who it is.
John is CAG,
our regional coordinator for the Klingon assault group.
He's been on before, right?
Well, no, that's Mark. He's the ambassador at large for CAG.
Okay.
He and John are the ones that we know the best. So I offered to let him come in and chat with us, and he just said, "No, this is still bugging me, and my meds are starting to knock me out, so I'm calling it bedtime." I said, "Good night, buddy."
John is actually the one that does a lot of their creations.
Their crafting, their 3D printing, their mold making.
It's over there. He made Drew his knife.
Oh, the Mechlef?
The Mechlef.
Yeah.
He made, I don't know where mine is anymore, little coffee cup holders that you can attach to your belt.
Mechlef.
Should have just kept it on.
Wait, shut it on.
Mechlef with laser etched the name of the family, and this one's out of wood, so he can actually put it on his belt of his costume, and then laser etched. These are little coffee cup holders, so you can hook your coffee cup. You don't want to hook a big cup on it, and then hook that to your belt so that you can keep your drinking cup with you throughout the whole con. So he makes stuff like this. He made keychains, laser etched clear keychains. He makes the pips, well, the equivalent of the pips, which you have that box somewhere.
Right, pip. He makes their rank insignia.
He made these. So he is essentially, right now, I'm not including myself, these two guys of CAG.
Yeah, well, actually, this is down too, but it's just me.
Mine is because I'm exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
This is a normal look.
This is not up for debate. He's starting to look that way normally.
So, like I said, the creative side, this man has made molds so that he can just pour resin to create a lot of that stuff. He makes the original print on a 3D printer and then makes the mold so that it's easier for him to make the cast resin stuff.
But we're going to do that with a few things for me.
Yeah. So he also has the the prints so that you can make wooden black batless a lot easier. So that you come over to his house, he'll help you draw it out, cut it out of a piece of plywood, and then you just have to sand it down.
It's
So
always a help.
he made a bar top, but we didn't use that this time. I think we might use it the next.
We're either going to use that next time, or I'm making his. That just like this, it just holds up.
Yeah. So the man is pretty awesome, and it's nice to have somebody like him in another organization where you can sit there and bounce ideas off of.
And by trade, he was a chemist. So when it comes to working with the resins, the foams, and everything, he knows exactly what he's doing.
Oh, and his wife makes the ridges.
Yes.
She's got like 4 or 5 different ridge patterns that she uses. So
she does make customs as well.
So when I say that they make a lot of stuff, it's pretty amazing. You go over to their house.
Trudy and John are incredible.
Yeah. And they have, I'm not a giant reader because of my dyslexia. However, I love their library area.
It's a room the size of this, and it's nothing but bookshelves all the way around.
And it's full of old classic sci-fi books.
Yeah.
And so, like I said, it was amazing. You meet this guy, and it's just, oh yeah, let me show you this real quick.
He likes what little possessions he has.
So, and he's very helpful. Like I said, that's the biggest thing. If I could stress to any chapter starting up, is not what your members can do, but how to be part of your community. Because the more you integrate yourself into the local community, or in our case, the county, it gets your name out. And I can tell you from our partnership, our name went from Winter Haven to, I know for a fact that this advertisement's reaching 3 to 4 hours away from here. Reason why I know this is the Prehistoric Con had somebody drive 2.5 hours to bring a grandchild to play with the dinosaurs.
Because of something
Excuse me.
Oops.
So trying to think of anything else.
Sorry, Karen came in and I said, I found me a new TV show to watch. And
Cool.
then she realized I was on the live with you guys and went,
So,
What TV show?
Pet Collector.
Hey,
Yeah.
okay, have you ever watched the fan films called Star Trek Continues?
Yes, they're awesome.
Those are all
Yeah.
filmed at Neutral Zone Studios.
Right. I knew that he had built most of those sets, and that the Farragut crew had built the bridge originally, and that they were sharing the bridge, and I guess they sold the bridge to what's his
there's
name?
2 bridges there.
Yeah.
They have a portable one, and they have the one that's permanent there.
Yeah, and but Vic will be there this weekend. The man who played Kirk.
And somebody else, female.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I'm just going to harass Vic. Night before, I'm buying an egg roll. Then I'm going to say, hey, number 1 egg roll.
that, and then have the cookies.
You get an egg roll. in little rubber pools. Say, look, number 1 egg roll, number 2 egg roll.
Oh Jesus! No,
He'll throw it at
we
me.
don't want to play with the egg roll manufacturer ever again. Oh.
That was enough to scare the hell out of anybody, though.
Number 1 ingredient: black mold.
Yeah.
Make you healthy. Here, you try. Sometimes pressure washing everything is not a good idea.
Well, it's not a
Why
bad
is that?
idea to use it. Well, they did it without sealing the walls to the floor, and black mold was growing inside the wall.
Oops.
The support structure, a 15-year-old girl kicked and it disintegrated.
Yeah. Actually, a very small framed 15-year-old girl kicked and it disintegrated.
We're not going to say what she did with the axe.
She helped us, and she was a worker. Well, I've never been so proud to see a child move it. That girl was working her backside
Come
off.
here, wuss.
And when we got to that point, she just literally,
I need help here.
hey, Kev. Kelly, come on.
Come here, wussy girl.
Come here.
Kelly, you need your insulin, baby.
I got you. So
I
guess
hate
what?
Fighting with her like this
Come here.
doesn't make you feel like a dirtbag, right? You can do this easy way or the hard way. Oh, that's your teeth.
Dog's got to have its insulin.
Oh, well, I figured a pad of some sort.
Ugh.
Can I have some paper towels, please?
Did you? Victoria, bring me some paper towels. She peed on the floor.
Sorry, I have to.
The paper towel goes round and round.
Yeah. Where were we at? Oh, but they put the plastic wall boards up, but they didn't put the slopes in place. They also didn't put the tile in that would have kept it in. They didn't do the floor part of it. So basically, everything just shot straight under the wall boards into the other parts of the building. So there's wall boards that we didn't take down because I said we don't have the equipment or the bleach to get rid of that. So that was one area that's got to be fixed because not playing with that. But we joked about it, and now that I see how an egg roll place is ran, yeah, don't know if I want egg rolls. But
This was bad.
yeah,
It was really bad.
there was a platform that they could have put the air conditioning system on that was existing. They built a different platform and partially anchored it into an aluminum frame wall.
Okay.
And then the other part sat on top of a wall that, wasn't complete. They cut out the wall to get the equipment out. So this thing was just kind of free floating with an air condition on top. So, no. But we got a lot of it done. I know they're going to remove that so that after that air condition's moved, they can blow out that wall, put the supports back in place for what got rotted, and then they will be able to take the video as if it was actually the TOS engine room. Because if you had ever noticed as you enter the engine room, the right side is never shown.
It is in Star Trek Continues.
There is no right side.
Well, they had the
In
blues.
Continues, it didn't have that.
I know. After that, they never showed it, which is what's cracking it.
No, they showed it after that when they put up the wall. In Continues, it wasn't there. They shot from the opening in Continues.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's why Vic punched the wall.
Yeah, this was never here. We don't like it.
One of my friends said, he could have just unscrewed that and taken down the wallboard. I said,
Too much fun.
he wanted to do that just as a point. However, all the bottom ones were rotten.
Mm-hmm.
How much rebuilding do they have on the set they have to do?
A lot.
You have to rebuild the engineering? Definitely.
They're moving makeup and
If you got another 50,
wardrobe to the other area because there was some office type space. They're going to fix the air conditioning there, so that there'll be air conditioning there. They're going to build a crash site with a shuttlecraft, and then also move the Gateway of Tomorrow over there without me.
You don't want to be there to do it?
If I can drive the forklift.
I'm bringing my certificate for driving the forklift. I'm going to make sure I'm the one on that big machine.
They're going to move that there. I think the area where the stairs are, they were going to make a bridge set there. And then the area behind the engine room that we busted out, that's going to be a green screen set.
You're doing the Klingon/Romulan interior at the stairs. They're going to fix these 2 bathrooms, and we got 1, 2, 3 for wardrobe props. That's a huge area.
Yeah. Then they're going to work on a grant so that they can put in small air conditioning units in the existing
the primary
sets, because during June and July you can't use that building. It's 95 degrees and that building has no air conditioning. And those
I thought I had
no, there isn't. He said before the egg roll place moved in, there wasn't enough power in the building. And so they couldn't afford to do it. Now that the egg roll place moved out, that side has so much power that from all the stoves and everything that they had over there, that they could actually spread it out and put it in multiple spots in the building. So, like I said, they want to start changing over to more LED bulbs and ACs that when you're on that side, you're not burning your alive. But I can tell you, without doors open, that place gets hot all the time.
Well,
now with the doors open, it did have a nice breeze coming through, but we did have all the doors in the whole building open.
Yeah, well, we can honestly tell you that sounds like a reasonable idea, reasonable thought, but put that up, please.
That's because there's no ventilation in that building.
He and I did a TOS Klingons for a still in post-production film. And we are in that cluster of people in the background there. It was close to 104 degrees in it.
Well, the other thing is...
And that was with 6 fans running.
They weren't using the correct production setup, so they tried to smoke you out.
Yeah.
It wasn't the correct setup. It was the way they were doing it. The way the machines were lined up.
So with the air conditions on the set, it would allow a lot more ventilation. So what they want to do is have it so that there's going to be blowers around the set so that it will blow cool air in. And like I said, unfortunately, the existing air conditions aren't enough. The one looked like a normal house air conditioner that they just put in there.
Normal house AC, they sometimes put it at the back door of underneath the bridge under the view screen. Between the steps.
No.
Blow.
Yeah.
But
Matter of fact, Sean went up to Tyler and said,
not this,
put
Sean.
the damn thing in there, right? We can just put it, if we turn it on, just 5 minutes. It's all I'm asking.
Oh, one of the little window units.
Yeah. He said, we'll just blow it right under the set.
But I can honestly say, until you actually step foot on one of those sets, you have no clue how big it is. And then when you're looking at it from the behind the scenes area that not even the actors get to play with and go, well, that's a lot of space. I could put my whole house in just the storage areas.
I think the next thing we need to do is get chapters together in groups of 5 or 6. And those 5 or 6 chapters get together and make a bridge set where they can all meet somewhere at a big event.
Yeah.
Because then A, we're all working together. B, we're all storing the stuff separately, little parts. And we all have something we can work with.
We can store it at Sean's house.
Yeah.
Not my house. I'm talking about.
We need to put hooks on you here in a minute and lift you up.
It seems like I'm having the problem too.
You and poor Jeffrey here both keep doing the dot off.
Well,
Yeah, I'm
2 days
closing
ago,
my eyes because. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
I pinched my nerve in my back 2 days ago. So last night, stalking, I took 4 Aleve and 2 of the natural muscle relaxers. And I actually slept for a while today. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm ready to go back to bed.
It's been one of those days, and tomorrow's going to be a long day for all of us. So.
That's what I'm thinking about, too.
Well, I mean, that means I have to shave.
Yep. I'm going just like this. I've got a pair of shorts.
You look just like that.
I got my black hat, and I got the steampunk goggles. I'm ready.
Chris, excuse me.
So
You've got an hour. You want to call it?
yeah, we're good.
Jeff, you ready to go to bed, buddy? Because
I'm ready to go back there and lay down and take a nap. Sure.
So are we.
All right.
Stay safe. Stay blessed.
From Jeff.
Yeah, hey, I wanted to
Admiral
ask
Jeff.
you, did you ever send that patch?
No, I got the envelope though. I haven't gotten the stamps yet.
Okay, no problem and no
I
rush.
don't want to connect them from my wife. She'll kill me because they would be her bosses.
Well, good night all. Good night all that are out there
Wait, that would be
watching.
my sister-in-law. That would be even worse.
No.
Take care.
Take care. all,
Talk
and
to
we'll
you
see
later
next
and have
time.
a great day.
Great day. You too. Bye-bye.